What did you do over the weekend?
What did I do over the weekend?
It was the Kuching Marathon, the rugby weekend for me.
What did I do? Shit. Nothing much. I went out on Friday night, did I? Yeah, just Friday night, went to see Augie. Came back after 2 weeks. And then I went to see the...
Oh, little Augie?
No, big Augie. And I went to see the Dragon Boat thing on Saturday.
Oh.
Regatta, and then, yeah, Carpenter Street. Oh. Not much, man. Just my weekends are
Saturday?
Yeah.
I was at rugby.
Huh?
I was at the rugby, Songkeng High.
Oh.
Saturday and Sunday.
Anything happening in rugby?
Yeah, tournament. Songkeng High Sevens.
No, I mean behind the scenes. Nothing much.
No, nothing much. I was the tournament director, so I had to be firm and regal. Regal. I enjoyed myself. Pretty smooth, considering.
Would you still play?
Are you crazy?
Why? Too old.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, I played last year, but when I saw them play, I was like, wow. I can't last that long anymore. It's not because, 10 years ago, I would have still been like, who do you think they are? 10 years on, I'll be like, yeah, good for you. I mean, even running a bit, I'm fit, but my body's like, telling me, don't be silly,
Yeah.
No, don't be silly. Don't be effing stupid. You wanna be a paraplegic for the rest of your life? Go and play. Bones are not as strong as they used to be. People talk about your thing wasting away. Yeah, that's fucking true, man.
Yeah. Shit.
Never gonna happen.
Pickleball it is then.
I'll still like if was I fit, I'll play touch rugby. But touch rugby is so physically demanding. People simply think, "Hey, you don't tackle." I'm like, "Oh my god, it's the running that gets to you." I can't.
Do people play that?
Touch rugby, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's touch has its own like association.
Oh.
Yeah, Sarawak has its own touch association. The World Touch Rugby Association is not,
Okay. I always just thought it's a thing that people just play in school or uni.
No,
they won't play real rugby.
Malaysia went to the World Cup
of
in
touch.
the UK.
Oh.
Yeah, did quite well apparently. But no, they've even got veterans. I'm not going to do that.
Is touch like to rugby what like netball is to basketball?
Netball's quite tough,
I did say
really
it
aggressive.
isn't,
Touch
yeah.
isn't. I mean, people. But here's the thing: okay, there are a lot of ex-players who play it, which is understandable. But there are players who's never played, contact rugby, who think they're damn good at rugby because they play touch. Oh, they're good. I kid you not. But they haven't been hit.
Yeah.
So when you can, everybody has a plan till we get punched in the face.
Yeah.
That's what touch players think they're gods. And then they get upset. Then they're like, "This is football mentality." What are you doing, man? It's like, yeah, well, sorry. Next time I'll pick you up. Then you that might shut your freaking arrogant mouth. Yeah, palm. Whatever, man. Yeah. So yeah, national service, 16 to 35. I know this because my kid brother was on. Some strange reason he was on my Insta
35?
Yes,
Fucking
35. Yeah, yeah. And my kid brother's like, I'm 36. Hoo hoo. Because I remember years ago he wanted to be in the and he was so disappointed.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting. You're 36 now, and you're like, yeah, I just,
Wow, I must have missed the news. I didn't know it.
yeah,
It went up to 35.
35. Why? I
hell.
was like, who?
Yeah.
What kind of logic is that? At 30, I'm already like, why? Most of these people are probably married and divorced at 30, between 30 and 35. 35. What kind of national service can you contribute at 30 and 35? Especially those guys who've been like,
Yeah, that's just what you need, like, in a midlife crisis, right?
Yeah.
Post-divorce, like national service.
yeah, hey, let's go boot camp. Arr.
Fucking
They'll
hell.
tell you to F off. 16 to 21, I understand lah.
Yeah.
Might shake the life out of you. But again, it's like, imagine, I don't know how long is it going to be. 16 is like, isn't that SPM?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think so. Yeah, 15 is Form 3.
yeah, so,
Form 5, yeah. Almost finished high
so
school.
I don't understand I don't know, I mean,
I don't know, what's a good age? It used to be around there,
I don't
right?
know, ask
16,
the
17.
Singaporeans, they know what they're doing. Why don't you just follow their system?
Yeah. Follow the Taiwanese, follow the
Yeah,
Koreans.
and then you have that 1 year service after that. But the intensive one, what the armed forces need money or what? They get a lot of money every year on the budget, don't they? Or does it go missing? Like the submarines.
Yeah, we're undermanned probably.
Oh man, I'm just thinking.
So
Is this the van? Oh, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place because I've got so many things in my head. Is this the Van Nistelrooy second coming? After the horse got kicked out by United, is he coming back to the amend thing? Because he did admit, him and Jaap Stam admitted that they realized they were, and you notice both of them Dutch. They realized they were too big. They realized they didn't realize at the time that they were, it was a team.
I don't know. I mean, the news now that we're going to get the Amorim, right? The
who
Sporting
was supposed
Lisbon
to go
manager.
at Liverpool.
So, yeah, I mean, unless something changes or, Ruud, like, puts on his boots again, like, I don't see any second coming anytime soon. Yeah.
You think he doesn't have his own style?
I don't know. I'm very wary of caretaker managers, man. I mean, like, we put them on and then they get a little spike and a new manager boost and then we keep them and then the next season we realize they're like shite,
You're talking about Ole.
Or
No, Ole was a caretaker.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, he was a caretaker manager. They're all caretaker managers since Sir Alex anyway.
so, like, yeah, I mean, it's better to just get one in that you want, and then build around that. I don't know, man. What do I know about
Football.
running United? Yeah.
Running
Such a
anything
mess. Yeah.
in that big clubs.
So,
I was going to celebrate the other day. I did celebrate the other day. I celebrated basically being able to have Petros as my client. So I bought a steak and cooked it myself. It was really nice. Haven't bought and cooked a steak in 2 years. That's how long I've not had a homemade steak. In fact, here, he was doing.
weren't you complaining about the kind of steak
Yeah, well,
that we
then
get
I
here, the
realized
beef?
that, I went to the Everrising Green Heights and I said, okay, you know what, and I cooked it myself. It was really nice. Because I guess because I really like, it's been so long since I had a really nice steak, and yeah, I mean,
You're getting used to mediocre beef. Yeah.
well, I haven't had a good steak. I haven't had a steak, and
fair.
I've as you noticed that I don't eat that much. Although yesterday, whenever there's an event, So yesterday, or today, oh my God. So this morning, this morning I had, today I had rice and beef and chicken and fish all in one. You know. I've never had that in a long time. Yesterday I had laksa and I had whatever was the food was. Mee goreng was, I can't remember what it was.
What the fuck do you eat in KL? What's your meal like?
Oh my God.
Is it that different?
Well, I'm with the kids, so it's like McDonald's or we have home cooked food, you know.
I mean,
I hardly eat.
Do you eat like Asian Chinese food, or like was it very Western?
Oh, when I was in KL,
Yeah, when you were living at
yeah,
home.
it was quite Western.
Quite Western, is
Yeah.
it?
And Chinese. Yeah. Well, unless I was out with the rugby boys, then it would be like, you know, a lot of rice. A lot of rice.
So
I
you
still
don't-
have this one pack of rice, a new one. I haven't even opened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, why did I buy it? In case of emergencies. But
Yeah. So you haven't had like local food for a long time?
what local West Malaysian food?
No, I mean like, I don't know. I mean, you know, Mlanau food. I don't know what you
Oh,
guys eat at home.
man. Yeah, I haven't had like, you know, the other day I had somebody was telling me about umai. I was like, oh, you know, I haven't had linot since like I went to my cousin's place last year in Cebu.
You had it at my house, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When was that?
Chinese New Year?
This year.
Yeah, this year Chinese New Year, right?
Oh my God, it's October.
Yeah. We had Linod
Oh my
and yeah,
God,
oh my,
it's almost the end of the year.
yeah, shit, time flies.
I
right?
don't know where my, yeah, that's what happens when you're like single. Because you know you don't have moments.
Too
where
much
you can
fun,
think,
is it? Time
No.
flies.
Wow. I didn't say that. Okay, I didn't say that, Vera. Yeah, I mean, there were times where this is the first time in a long time since I've been like single. Since before I was married.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, I was after COVID. I was, you know, during COVID we were separated, but you know they were still around. We weren't, you know, and then we got divorced. But it's really weird. It's like this time I've got, you know, there's nothing, just me and work. My landlord took me out for breakfast. I mean, had to sign stuff. That was random. Hey, you want to come have breakfast with me? I'm like, yeah. So I come and sign the new lease. I say, yeah, sure. I was like, how come I think his wife is my agent.
Oh.
So yeah, she's in KL. I was like, I said, I see. They started talking about it. I didn't realize it was his wife. I think it's his wife. Because, you know, really odd couple, but nice.
You sure it's his wife?
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully you didn't like rat him out like.
Oh no. I sort of figured it out that you know, because she's like, oh, he's gone to KL just to do this and that. I see they've got another property, blah blah blah. I'm like, cool. I think he was like, how's your work? I said, hey, okay. And I was telling him, this year's been a bit, you know, tough and all that, you know. But he's picking up now. He's thinking like, can he pay the rent?
Does this guy have a real job?
Yeah.
What are you, an actor? Fuck.
Yeah, I've been paying everything on time and ahead of time. There's once I paid like 3 months in advance, and he was like, okay. Like, no, it's not like typical fuchao. You know, it's not like, oh, wow, that's really cool. I'm like, okay. I would have thought, like, you know, aren't you happy that, you know, you won't, you know, you don't have to, like, bother me. We've even raised the rent a bit this year. I was like, cool, yeah, whatever. But yeah, I don't know whether I really love this place. My studio.
Mm.
Yeah. Remember we had plans to like go to. I think that would have been like, oh man, so tiring having to
Yeah,
go to set
and
it up, blah blah blah.
in hindsight, though, it would have been a bit of effort.
But it's good to have it here, right?
Yeah, I'm okay lah. I'm used to it already.
Oh, used to it already.
Yeah, just like you used to the beef here.
Or used to Ten Hag losing until someone gets sacked. No. It's not the. I think. Okay, maybe I've been so beaten down that I've like accepted the fact that I even talked to someone about that as well. About the fact that the more I was trying to be not idealistic, it's like having my own thing, and trying to change the world. Then I was like, okay, Sarawak. Okay lah, just be okay. Yes sir, yes sir, and realized that okay, you get more jobs. But yeah, and this is a Fuchao agreeing to Melanau. Yeah, this doesn't matter. Okay, I was almost gonna say, you vote DP, is it? Say what you want, but still go. Okay. Yeah, ironic. Like.
Yeah, I don't know. You came here wanting to change the world, and it ended up like changing you.
In a lot of sense, it has. I mean, I'm a lot more. I mean, I know there's stuff that should upset me, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah. More, wouldn't say zen-like, but yeah. Oh, that's how it works. Okay. It's really sad because when I go to KL, it's different. My mentality changes, so I can switch back.
Oh, you notice that when you go back, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Like what was the saying? Like, you are like whatever room you're in.
Yeah, I've realized I've got to be an actor again.
You're gonna be an actor again?
Yeah, in that sense. I've got to, whatever scene I'm set,
okay, yeah.
I've got to behave accordingly.
Yeah, I thought you meant literally. Yeah.
No, don't be silly. I'm too good for that. So there's still a little bit of me here and there. But I was...
Tollgate Girl 2, man.
People are asking for it. I mean, today it was like, every now and again people come up to me and take a photo, I was like, I'm obliged, have a good laugh. And I realized that, being single again, I was having fun, just joking with people, making women laugh, and especially the older women. They were
moms now, yeah.
Huh? Yeah. They were like, I'm here, the young girls, and I was like, oh, cool. I'm not the, who I, I love it. I love just being the old me.
Yeah, it's like when I was scrolling TikTok the other day, and when I saw like Hugh Grant, Hugh Grant coming back to acting, and then like surrounded by all the moms. It reminded me of that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Tollgate Girl 2.
Yeah, Tollgate Girl 2. Tollgate Woman. Yeah. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting how many people still hold on to that. It's actually a fandom for that shit.
Forever, man. Forever gonna have fans because people remember, and they were telling the youngers, don't you know Kopitiam? I said, they're too young. Some of them weren't even born.
Yeah.
Like, where were you in 19? I said, where were you in 1998? I wasn't born.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, I was looking at the team list, the squad list of players. 02, 06. I was like, oh my god!
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah.
They still use the.
Yeah, they're like 20. They're 20, 22. But it's 02, 06. I used to be like shocked when I saw 000 or 1999. I was like, wow, 1999, and I'm 1972.
Yeah, it's hard to explain.
I had one of this school coaches. He's like, oh, I've been blah blah blah. He looked much older. I've been doing. So I said, Coach, when were you born? He goes, 1978. I laugh. I said, okay. And he said, why? I'm like 6 years older than you. Why you look older than me? After that, he called me boss. Because a lot of them are like, even yesterday, the guys I'm working with, Petros, they were like, we're talking about, and they're like, why are you talking as if you like, it's like, how old do you think I am? Because 40. I went, wow, thanks. Like, I'm 52. Huh?
Yeah, I get that at work also.
It's good. I mean, I think because we still behave.
Yeah,
not
I think it's the behavior a lot.
It is the behavior.
Yeah.
I don't behave. I really don't behave my age. I don't believe it. I don't believe that you should behave your age. You just believe how you feel, and I think that's important. I mean, even more so now because I'm so happy, carefree, and just Yeah, I get tired from work and stuff, but the good thing about being home here in Sarawak is, I think that's why it changed me. I've become less critical of myself.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more chilled in terms of and I'm less argumentative as I've gotten.
I've always read that was one of the best things about old age. I mean, what the reason why seniors are so happy,
Right.
they're like just lost a lot of the
Anger,
just like that self-consciousness.
drive.
The,
I still have drive.
why they why they dance in public, why they do all that shit, because they just lost all inhibition.
Well, I used to do that when I was younger. I didn't have a care in the world when I was younger.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously go on TV and shit like that, lah. So you had like zero inhibitions,
Yeah.
lah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, but but maybe that voice in your head that was like ultra critical, right? Maybe it goes away with age. I know I still have that voice, for sure.
Huh? What's that? Yeah. I mean, you tend to, you do tend to, at the moment, like, oh, that's another random thing. So I was in a rugby field, and one of the older guys, he's a decade older than me, bro. He starts talking to me. Oh, why you do say all those things? I'm like, what things you don't like? Yeah, you're a podcast. I'm like, you're watching the podcast?
Why do you say all those things?
Yeah, it's like, why don't you get interviewed by other people? I said, it's called the RSS for a reason. I said, it's my show. Yeah, but somebody's already got opinions about the show. I'm like, yay. I said, of all people, I didn't realize he was going to be either listening to or watching it.
Well, why? He's upset?
I don't know.
What
but
is
it's
he
good.
saying? Oh.
I couldn't understand him. He's a nice guy. I love him.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh.
So it's like, I didn't even know he has Facebook or whatever social media. And
Why you do that?
yeah,
So what is he saying?
I
Like,
don't
you
understand
know?
it. No, I don't know.
Oh.
I was just like watching the game, and he was like having a go at me in a
Yeah.
nice way, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get other guests, and I can spend time talking to him about it. My younger self will go, yeah, but blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I looked at him. I said, I'm the tournament director. I'm going to be watching this. I said, all right, cool. And I just left it that. And then I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, he's watching the show or listening to the show, whatever. So, like you say, random people are suddenly coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a bit. Yeah, I sort of knew this was going to happen because I've done different podcasts in the past, and the more you do it, the more people will start watching and listening. The more people will have opinions, and
Oh, everyone has opinions.
you know what will be your you've like reached there, like somebody offers you to buy you a drink, and then talks to you about the show. Then you're famous.
I have a bit of a list, but then like, you know what? I mean, this is just playing around the idea, right? But that they
You have
went
a
out.
list? Wow, you didn't even tell me.
No, just random. Because I've been watching all those Malaysian podcasts. The one just to see what's like high performing, like what's doing well lah, basically. So just curious, just got some ideas lah. But then I remember while typing some of it, right, like then I realized like, actually like throwing like someone like Stephanie in there wouldn't be such a bad idea, you know. Like I think it would change the dynamic a bit lah.
Stephanie.
Yeah, like the Indian Stephanie lah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Steph.
Dr. Steph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I was like, that's such a random name. Because I've been hearing other Stephanies. It's like,
Yeah, like it would have been fun. It's like sometimes I think like, because I've been seeing the other podcasts, like maybe if there's this third person there, right? Like it would, it's like it kind of like, you know.
yeah. It would
Free flow a bit lah.
Again, I would need to figure out the
Mic
audio.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
because yeah.
and put a wider shot. Or I just go behind the camera and let you speak to her.
Yeah, but it
What
would be.
happened to the Russian Saleh show? This random shit show. It's still called the RSS. Hey, change it to the random shit show.
Call it.
I thought that'd probably be better.
Yeah.
The random shit show.
Once in a while, it'd be called random shit show.
Yeah, because I'm not around, so it's not the Russian Saleh show. The random shit show.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh my god. No wonder so I went to the Cairo already twice and fixed my back. That's random.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yeah, and just a random thought as well lah. I was like, there's a few podcasts that I personally watch. The ones I personally watch, right? They give the intro, like you give the intro off camera separately, not off camera lah, but like it's like, oh, you talk about like that, and then it goes straight in, you know. I mean, it may not seem like a big deal, but it's like when you do the intro, then like hi like that, like it kind of throws me off a bit, you know?
Good.
Yeah, it's like kind of like, yeah, then it becomes very formal. That it acknowledge that I'm like talking to someone already, you know, like hi. They say, oh, today we're gonna be talking about, they were like, hey, then it's different. Whereas the other one, I saw those, they seem to like straight away when the camera on, they're like, okay, you know, like they're
No formal training, that's why.
I mean, I clearly don't lah, but I mean,
those shows, no formal training.
but maybe because a lot of the guests, they don't have formal training as well. But this,
Or maybe they've already done the talking before the
that's the thing. They've done it and then they just cut it to the where the conversation just starts. So I kind of like, I don't know, just a thought lah. You know, like it straight away goes on. So like, blah, blah, blah. Like that's why I like how we did it just now. I mean, you didn't like, hey, so you know, today we're talking about this. You're like, hey, then we straight away like shoot the shit, you know, and then it feels very natural lah. Versus kind of like, hey, and then it sounds like a talk show lah. Just saying.
Well, it is a talk show in that sense.
Yeah, but you know, I think it loses something lah when it becomes a. I think when
You lose yourself. Is it Eminem thing?
Yeah? my gut feeling is like when people watch us like naturally talk, right? It's a lot more interesting lah. Yeah. And I do find it we're a lot funnier, like both of us as well. Like, whereas the other one's like it's more stiff lah, you know. Like you also more stiff. Whereas when you talk to me now, it's like you're like. So on your day you don't talk like that, you know. It's like kind of like yeah, you like over here it's like oh yeah fuck yeah the fuck like you're saying things like that, right?
Yeah lah, because you know we have to be, we got, you know, you say yeah I work for a living, I get seen for a living. Do you understand? Like I can do that, I can do that, but then say goodbye to all my other jobs. Like then what? You're gonna get me jobs, is it? Then ciao. Yeah. Oh, so easy. People say, yeah. I'm not being stiff up for lips.
Do you think like do you really think that like it's bad
because
for your
I
jobs?
have done stuff and you know And then people go,
Oh, I don't work this guy. Is
I
it?
don't want to work with this guy. I didn't realize she was like that. I said, I'm always like that. You know, there's not two personas. I'm just a bit more careful in what I say because, but saying that, over the last few years, I think last year, I've a lot has changed in the fact that, yes, now, like I said earlier, I don't want to fight anymore so much because, my God, it's so tiring. It is so tiring. So, so there's two opposite things that's happened.
Yeah.
I've become less wanting to be more correct about things, and now it's just like okay, yeah, whatever. You win.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, and
Like my ESPN.
Star Sports.
Yeah. This is old, man. This thing. When did I get this? I got this in the second year or the first year. So this is older than older than my children. Ooh, nice hot drink.
That's hot beverage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't you tell? So yeah, Ten Hag. Sorry, I keep talking about this guy, man. So unlucky. Well, actually, he's been so lucky. So he gets a 10 million pound
Payout.
10 million pounds. Can go on a long holiday.
Yeah.
And he rides bicycles, man. I mean, he doesn't.
Yeah, the Dutch.
Well, they're really good cyclists. I mean, look
Yeah.
at the Tour de France.
Yeah.
Those Europeans. Not even the French. The French don't ride much. I mean, they're supposed to be good, but the Dutch, wow.
Yeah.
And the English, which is really random, but yeah, they're good cyclists. I was talking to someone about, again, random, about looking forward to getting back into sports and stuff, and now I'm back in rugby. I'm really enjoying it, and I was speaking to someone earlier about they're asking me, what did I do, and gave them my card. I said doing PR, but I said I was going to be focusing more on sports PR this time. And I realized, there's some people were asking me, what do you want to really focus on now in the next stage of your life?
Yeah.
And having all those conversations with you in the past, I guess, and obviously doing the past shows, I realized I would say destiny, but yeah, I got to go and do sports. That's it. Anything to do with sports, the business, and that's where I'm happiest. That I really realized I didn't think. I love my acting, and the TV industry, and it pays.
Yeah.
But I think for me to find a niche, that's where it's supposed to be. Maybe do it. Nah, I was going to say football talk show again, but I want to do. But again, I think that's where the money is. Got to really just focus on that, just that.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to be like the man of all seasons again,
Yeah.
Just go back to sports. So really happy that, and I did really well. Random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I thought so as well. I mean, assuming all the money is equal, we might as well do what that makes you happiest, man.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I'm still looking for that. I mean, but mine is a bit more mixed with pragmatism because I'm still at I mean, it's not like I've been doing it for 10 years. I'm like, yeah, what's the next stage? I'm like, kind of like, yeah, I mean, I got to look for something that just make use of all my current skills. Okay, at least it's like the experience I accumulate so far. I mean, like, okay, how do I use all of them now? I'm more at that stage. Maybe when I'm 50, then I'm like, okay, what's...
Wow, then you got a whole decade, bro. Chill.
Yeah, so maybe when I'm 50, then I'm like, oh, okay, what do I love doing the most? I'm not saying I shouldn't think like that now. I'm like, but a bit more pragmatic, like, okay, oh,
He's dead now. He ain't been disturbing you anymore.
yeah.
Sorry. This
So
one
yeah,
just
that,
killed an insect.
there's more, yeah, like that. Okay.
Hey, want to go eat after this?
Huh?
Sorry, random.
Yeah, maybe but we have to start soon. So, yeah, what should we talk about?
We are talking about it. I'm probably going to put this on. I really can't be bothered to be editing anything else.
So put everything on tonight.
Yeah, I mean, not tonight. I mean, this
No,
is what's been
but
going on.
the whole night.
Yeah, I can't be bothered. 20th show. Told you it was random shit show because I know you said we could have been better. I'll put that in as well. And I might just keep it raw this time.
Yeah.
Like not have because I can't be bothered. It's been,
Yeah, that's what happens when you reach 20.
well, yeah, reach 20. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a better show after. And then, like Ten Hag, somebody's going to go.
Always That's also the next game, man. Yeah.
No, but I today, I mean, of course, obviously it's going to come out during the weekend if I remember to put it on and stuff. If I don't edit it properly, ooh,
All the signs for podcast success, man.
oh shit, oh shit, yeah, we're in trouble. Suddenly it's like, where do you live?
Yeah. I don't know. Is it too early to do like a podcast reflections? 20 episodes. But 20
For
episodes is...
you, yeah, you can do it because you've never done one.
Yeah.
I've done hundreds.
True that.
I've done hundreds, man. I've done hundreds, and
Is it, I mean, okay, I'll ask, like, is this different?
yeah, of course it's different.
Uh,
Yeah, it's very different. It's way out of format. I can tell you that now. It's so random that it's out of format. I'm usually quite controlled because you need to be. I mean, all those stuff, like even the KJ, Idris Jala ones. They're very they are controlled.
yeah.
Believe me, believe you not, whatever. It's very controlled because the only one that goes a bit more, is Tuat Talk. I love Tuat Talk. They've got hundreds, thousands followers.
Yeah.
And Sydney's really good, but they're lucky. They get to lucky. Of course, they're lucky.
Yeah.
They get to have Tuat on whilst they're talking.
Yeah.
So so you see the diminishing returns, as you say, and people love it. Because it's real talk.
Yeah, it's good to see like more Shroud podcasts doing well. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I think a lot of
KJ is not Shroud Kid.
yeah, but like Tuat Talk and stuff like that.
Yeah. My friend was so surprised, Sydney, when the guy from Finas was like, I watch your. I said, huh? Finas? The guy from Finas is watching my son. Yeah, he said it's really good content. I'm like, see? There you go.
Yeah, I mean, so far 20 episodes. Yeah, stats wise, this is like further than a lot of people has gone. So
A lot.
I'm pretty, yeah.
People give up after 10.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. So just to look at it, it's like,
That's why I say it's an achievement for you. I can carry on. It is an achievement.
Yeah, it is.
How many people can say that they've sat on these cards 20 times and talked about random stuff?
Yeah, I think the fact is like, yeah, just the feeling that you commit to something and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna fucking do it no matter what.
And that was so funny because every like Monday it's like, hey, what are you doing? You're home. That's the standard. Like, you're home?
Yeah.
It's like, this is my studio. Don't call it home.
Yeah. Yeah, work? Yeah. Well, what should I say it, man? Give it a name. Give it a, like, yeah.
Well, a bit
Because
late
of
now.
me.
It's like, yeah. It's like, I got no life. What are you talking about? So today, it's like, when we finished, I was at the HR area, that's where, you saw my Insta story.
Yeah.
So one of the girls was like, why aren't you guys going home? And one girl goes, I got no life. I laughed, said, yeah, I joined the club. Everyone laughed. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that company. I like the people at Petros. They're really nice. I mean, I'm really saying this genuinely because they're really, really nice. Because it's been a while since I've had to handle
Do I know anyone from Petros?
clients.
The office is at Icom Square, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Have I met anyone?
Really, really nice, nice guys.
Oh, that's good to know.
Because there's certain companies where the culture is very different. But I get to see where yes, everyone there's one or two, of course, driven and all that, but generally you see the culture at Petros is so surrounded. I love it. It's a really nice feeling to have, and they're very proud to be they're only 7 years old, but it's very different to. I'm not going to compare it to another company I know, but and it's very different. You look at the board and the executive committee. Everyone has experience in the industry. The oil and gas, weather. And you can see that all the way down. And my friend is employee number 1. He's the head of industrial capability, and he's still there. I mean, he's famously known as employee number 1. And the thing is, of course, everyone has their little thing, but generally, everyone's just so funny. They're really, really.
Yeah, my first question would have been like, are they nice to work with? Are they nice people? And the second question is like, are they good paymasters? Because
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
great.
I'm obviously haven't been paid yet, but I was
Okay.
because we haven't finished the work, so
Yeah.
but generally I wasn't worried about that. I think because an entity like Petros must have a reputation because they're competing with other
MNCs,
ONG, well, it's not MNCs but ONG
ONG
first.
companies, yeah.
And they're more. I do feel out of probably all the other Sraukian larger corporations, if you compare it to SCDC, and SCB, because SCB is 100 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
Other companies, I for a company that young, they've got the right culture.
That's good.
Yeah, and I it's not surprising to me because that's what I feel looks like a real Sarawak company. Oh, I'm getting like goosebumps saying that.
Well, that's good. I mean, because I've worked with a few Sarakian companies before, and then they're fucking horrible paymasters.
Well,
and the work culture. I mean, they're horrible clients as well. I mean, I don't want to name names because I still live here.
Oh, you want to get me in trouble? What?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
And what? No.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa!
I mean, you know how it is, right? Like,
No, I don't. Oh,
you
tell
don't?
me.
Yeah, just it is. I mean, I'll love for that to be true. I mean, I've never worked with Petros before, but that's really good to hear.
It's and you know how I am. I'm not critical. I'm very when it comes to work and stuff. But they've made me every time I've met them. I mean, even off work, the one or the two people who've become friends.
Yeah.
They're really nice. There's no there isn't this. What I've noticed with Petros is, or maybe it's I mean I don't know it well enough, but I don't get the feeling that you have this toxic work culture that you feel. You don't feel it in Petros.
Yeah.
And I've been in enough meetings with them to know that, and some of them become, I wouldn't say good friends, but they've become friends. And I enjoy, seeing them outside as well. And that is very telling for me because when you have that kind of course, everyone talks about, work and how everything, but there's no toxic culture to it. And that always stems from the top. So if you have that kind of thing at the top, usually that would probably whittle down to the bottom or within the culture of the company. Because we've seen it in history with different companies happening in that sense as well. I mean...
Yeah, I wonder if that's like more inherent in like construction and things like that, construction companies, like things like that,
Well,
because you deal with a lot more. Huh?
Well, so in KL, I was about to say UK, in KL, there is one certain company. I mean, they're still around. Yeah, bad paymasters, and people talk, but people still want to work with them.
Yeah,
because
those are big clients. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't want to get sued, but
yeah,
they're big companies.
Well, maybe there's something about construction, like late payments. There's a lot. You have to deal with a lot more riffraff, and like horrible bosses, and it just like kind of like the shit flows down, and then it just I don't know. Maybe oil and gas is a better place to be, man.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, in fact, I've got friends from across the board when it comes to ONG. I mean, they're really nice people.
Yeah.
They're really
even
really
people
nice
at Shell.
people. Yeah. I mean, I got friends from Shell. I got friends from Petronas, higher ups, and they're just normal, laid back guys. I mean, they're very smart.
Yeah.
Got another friend. He's moving to the States. He was with Petronas. Well, I don't know if he's left yet, but
Yeah, the offshore guys are great. Huh?
yeah. Because I guess when you're just facing the sea, and there's any moment you could just go, right? I mean, it is a dangerous job, especially the offshore guys. I guess you look at life differently. So yeah, I really, I mean, I think, well, I did date someone who was in oil and gas, and that was lovely as well. And that's random.
No,
No, not random. It's part of the oil and gas conversation, isn't it? And yeah, it was. I really.
So did he or she work on a platform?
She, because I dated a girl. Wow, dude! I mean, come on, man.
Clarifying, man. Clarifying.
Yeah, are you saying just because I'm married, I might swing the other way? No,
just asking,
dude. You know me.
Yeah.
Or else, I would have made moves. But all right, this is the last show.
Gosh. How long do you live in UK yet?
Oh, God.
Until what age?
So I moved there in late 81, before my 10th birthday, so I was 9. It was winter. So I moved, I went winter 81. So
you moved
autumn.
You moved when you're 10 years old.
No, 9. I was 9.
Oh, so
I
before that,
it was my brother was Kuching. 9. So it was Kuching, KL for a while. For KL was 2 years, 3 years. But we were. Those years were quite blurry, the ones in KL, even more blurry in Kuching because I was in kindergarten. I moved when I was six or seven.
So how long were you in UK?
Wow. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's 9. I was almost there 10 years. And then I went back for a while. Then I came back to do my uni.
You went back to Kuching?
No, went to
KL.
KL.
For a while, yeah.
So there's just this time during, my dad was going through. So
For your formative years,
all mostly in the UK. I used to come back
often
to KL and Kuching often. Summers, like the typical those days. Oh, sorry, typical those days. Sounds so elitist. But it was different then because it was, and I don't apologize for it. I'm sorry. I mean, it was a different life for me then.
Yeah.
We were more privileged than other side. I don't. I'll never apologize. My father, but at the same time, like I said, but throughout all that, we never lost our language, and thanks to mostly my mom, because we never stopped talking in Sraukin or in Lanao, because we had a lot of family around to either to remind us or to talk to us constantly. So
it never crossed your mind about going back
to the UK.
Yeah.
They'll say the grass is greener, but when you've lived there, like, why didn't you stay? I'm like, oh yeah, I enjoyed it, but I like,
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that.
European girls and all that, but because I grew up there, but Asian girls.
Yeah, it's funny. So what?
Sorry, it wasn't just about the women that I came back home for, but it's not like everything is easier here. But
because in my notes, I had an episode called
your notes.
When we were thinking of topics, I was thinking like there was a topic called "grass is greener," saying, and it was like about like, I'm sure you get questions like that, like why you come back? Why didn't you stay in the UK? Like people ask me that all the time, like why do you come back to Malaysia? Why do you stay overseas? And like, I mean, we've said a lot of things about like why we want to come back here, but maybe there's things to say like why it's not so green over there.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's this friend of mine. His wife, he's English, and his wife's Malaysian. And I obviously won't mention names. She had been dating him. This was in the 90s, and Chinese girl dating white guy, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And she got a culture shock when he took her to the UK.
Yeah.
And she saw her first white beggar on the street. She got shocked because she didn't realize that white people could be like that. And I was like, yeah, welcome to the human race.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what color you are. Society is like that. But they had been brought up, and this is why we call the white privilege, right?
Yeah.
They hide all that stuff. But I grew up in the UK where all that was out in the open. So when I came home to Malaysia, and when I started working, there's this white privilege. I couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck off. Like, you're just another human. Oh, but and I had that even more in Singapore, where, Singapore, they're like even more of, because, they were highly paid, blah, blah, expats. And I was the, immigrant? I'm an expat. I was being paid well to do my job too.
It's funny, like before I moved to NZ, right? I had this idea, like, because the education system there is like, should be a lot better. Like people there will be a lot smarter, more intellectual. It
Obviously,
turns
they
out
play
like
rugby, eh?
I mean, it turns out like people are stupid everywhere. Lah.
Yeah.
So I went there, it's like, fuck, yeah, okay. So there was one, in hindsight, like stupid expectation to have.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like little things like that, you know.
Well, you went the opposite way because sorry,
Which one was it?
the education over in the UK it is a lot better. That one I can say then.
Yeah.
Not sure now, because obviously I'm not in the system now. If I was, there's something wrong.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop it churning out like a bunch of cunts as well, man. You know, I mean, there's
No, but
stupid
it comes
people everywhere. Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying that in terms of the education level,
Yeah.
I don't believe that, those who said I'm going to get in trouble with this, their children to Australia and New Zealand to get a better education.
Yeah.
It's cheaper, of course, to send them that way down than it is to send them all the way across to the other side of the globe to Europe, where but the education is better because the way you're taught there, and I will compare it. They make you think.
Are you talking about even the public school, not like private schools that you go to?
Like even private school is public school. I
mean, like
it was better.
No, private schools, I assume like
private schools.
Pay,
yeah,
right?
no, I understand.
Yeah.
We call private school. But I went to public independent school, which was.
Is it like a prep school?
The Harrow, yeah.
What you would call prep school, like
no. Prep school is primary school, preparatory to go to secondary, so that's why it's called prep school. So prep school is actually primary school, so preparatory. That's why it's called prep. See that?
Yeah, I mean the American term for like what do you call that? Yeah. Anyway, basically you went to a private school. You went to a really good school, right?
Well, not really good school. It was private.
Is the public education system the same?
Slightly different. Yeah.
So you were referring to like good education?
No, because we to go into secondary school we had a common entrance exam.
Yeah.
You got to pass it to get to. This is like people pass to get to university. You have to pass to get to secondary school. If not, you can't get to the school that you want. And that's already then, at the age of, you're under pressure at 11, 12 years old. I was learning Latin. I don't know whether they still teach Latin in schools.
Yeah.
They used to, the older days, they used to teach Greek. Come on, man. Who teaches Greek? Unless you're from Greece.
Maybe my point was like, I mean, education system like that is not a shock to me. If anything, I thought it was more of the norm. But just like it's no guarantee that it's no guarantee that there are people that came out of it like smart at all. And then
I think that's
what really made
that's
me
just
see.
how you. I think that is your interaction with the rest of society in the school itself. I mean, if you go to a good school where people are friendly and all that, I think you will thrive. The school that I went to was Shiplake. It was a really good school because we weren't a big school, even though we were private. But we were also a school that also catered to dyslexic students. So we weren't a sports school. We weren't like the Harrows and the Eatons and those schools. But we weren't, we were very family-like school, which what I love about the school, and even till today, they still emphasize on that. We have our motto is exemplum docere. If you translate it, it's like it's lead by example, but the example leads. So you have to lead by example. So whatever you do, you are the sort of ambassador, the example of how you go through life. And I love that. I love that motto. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, from New Zealand. Yeah. All right.
Well, I don't know if another thing, because back to the grass is greener thing, like, how was racism there for you?
Colorful.
I mean, I was shocked. Like, there was another culture shock. I was shocked how in your face it was. I mean, there's racists everywhere, right? I mean, as Malaysians, we all know too well.
Well,
but I mean, yeah, I was shocked how in your face it was. I don't know how much of it came from a real place of malice, like, what being called fucking Asian, like things like that.
from guys who are like not even,
Yeah.
from not even Kiwis, but
then, yeah, it just shocked me how in your face it was. I mean, it wasn't even a rare occurrence or so.
Yeah, I think it's just born out of ignorance. But being slightly more than a decade older,
Yeah.
when I went there, and I went to my prep school was in Worcestershire in the Malvern Hills, where
The sauce come
Worcestershire
from.
sauce,
Yeah.
and HP, spring water, Malvern spring water is very famous. I think it was just born out of ignorance rather than not knowing who we were and what we were, rather than being hateful. So it was different because how many Malaysians suddenly turn up in this, in the Bracken Beacons in this place where you'd hardly see foreigners anyway.
Yeah.
So for us, it was more of, they were calling us chinky and this, and we used to laugh because, like, actually, I'm from an island called Borneo, and they couldn't understand that. There was one time when I told them I was from Malaysia. It's like, where is Malaysia? I said, it's below Thailand, and they went, isn't that Singapore?
Yeah.
Ignorance.
Yeah.
So you forgive them. So instead of me getting upset,
Nah.
no, I see this.
I thought it was a lot more hostile than like just
For
pure
you,
ignorance.
maybe, yeah, but I guess I looked at it differently.
Yeah.
So like I said, just education, isn't it? So joking. But I guess I was more of, because I guess when I played rugby, so yeah, you wanna beat the crap out of me? Yeah, go ahead. I'll enjoy it. So for me, it was more of a. I guess I put myself a bit slightly higher than them because of like, oh, these guys don't know the world, because they didn't. They're mostly farmers and all that, thinking they know everything about the world. And this is what most Americans are, because they've never traveled. When you never traveled, you don't know what the world is like, and you always assume to what you see and what's peddled out there in the news and all that, the narrative. So in those days, why the BBC was so strong, why RTM was so strong, because propaganda. So again, it's a different. So your mindset is different because what you've been fed.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, racism is everywhere.
Yeah.
But it really struck me how overt, how in your face it was. So, yeah, that's another reason. Like, it's nice to be here. I mean, at least the racists here are.
At least the racists here are stupid. Oh, no, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, it's just normal, is it? For us, it's okay. What do you think? How do you think the expats or the immigrants feel when they're treated? The Bangladeshis in KL.
Oh yeah, those are horrible.
The Vietnamese, the Lao, the ones who are refugees. How do you think they feel when they get treated? And with same skin color. Yeah. So then you see in football why people hate Malaysia sometimes. I mean, not the Sri Lankans, but
The Indonesians. So.
yeah. I mean, I love the Indonesians, but when I'm at the Thomas Cup in Gelora Bung Karno indoor stadium, and Malaysia playing Singapore is playing Indonesia,
Yeah.
and I'm in my ESPN shirt, I keep quiet because I hear right next to me. Wow, it's like scary, man. And it's Indonesia in KL. Yeah, I could probably hold my own. But in Indonesia, I sort of reminds me much later on when I was in Timor. It's like your life's at stake,
Yeah.
and you're doing a job, and they're asking you where you're from. You're like, Singapore,
Yeah.
and you're safe. Yeah. If I said I was Malaysian, that was one moment probably covering the Thomas Cup, when I felt so uncomfortable. And you don't get space. The other one time was when I didn't have space. This was when the heydays of Kedah football, actually, when I used to cover the football for ESPN as well, 2007, 8, when they won the treble. Kedah won the treble.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Kedah was a really good team. Marlon James was Marlon Alex James, with the guy. He's a legend with the Kedah team. And Coach Azrai was the coach who won the treble for Kedah. It was a good team. I remember that.
Yeah. So what?
The scary moment was when
Got lost.
I was in the Kelantan Stadium. A similar feeling I had, how scary it was. But I'm sure they were really nice. But for one time, I felt slightly uncomfortable. Even Kelantan at the time, the team was good. They have a fanatical support. Those days were, when I saw those days was 2007, 2008, right? And people talk about how the real heydays was when we had the cigarette sponsorship, remember? In the 90s.
Dunhill?
Yeah. Dunhill League.
Mm. Oh well. I don't know how
That's
you
gone
pivot
already.
to like.
It's all gone already. There's no more of those leagues. No more cigarettes, no more, alcohol branding.
Yeah.
On that note, fuck it. It's time to say the random shit show's done.
Yeah.
Can't believe.
I can't believe we made it to 20. And if there's someone out there who watched all 20, like, fuck. Yeah.
You really need to get a life. Well, that's me, because I get to watch it all 20.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Hopefully the next 20, I would be not single. I don't know. That's 20 weeks, right? That's almost a year.
Has it been 20 weeks?
Well, yeah, it's been 20 weeks already.
Oh, you mean doing this?
Yeah. That's all.
Did you start? When were you single?
A bit longer than that.
Yeah.
Oh,
20
you
weeks.
feel sad.
Yeah.
No, not really.
20 weeks of this one.
Huh?
Yeah. 20 weeks. Yeah.
20 weeks. 1 year is how many? 40 weeks, right?
Oh.
36, 30. Oh my God. I can't. I'm gonna have to ask my daughter about this.
Yeah.
Did you think you're gonna do 20 episodes?
I mean, I
Do you think you're gonna do one? Mind you.
I mean, as soon as we did the first one, I committed to 100, right? Which is like 2 years. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
You just got 80 more to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we do
so
it?
far.
We can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do it.
See what happens.
We'll probably, like, by the 50th episode, we'll have like a nice studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we won't have to do anything. Say, hey, can you just like?
So.
On that note, it was really nice watching us. This has been the most the welcome, to the random shit show, the RSS.
Happy 20th.
Happy 20th.
week.
Oh my God, anniversary.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah. I
So.
wonder. Nah, I'm not gonna wonder. All right.